No, I won't be.
Oh, awesome!
Michelle. Michelle.
So how long have you been a camper here? You're not on right now. How long have you been a camper here?
It's my second year.
Oh, that sun's cooking again. Try to ask you. I'm gonna try to stand. I'm losing it. That's kind of gonna be hard for you to do, isn't it? To hold it like that.
Yeah,
That would be
kinda.
nice.
What about just like that?
Yeah. You gotta come around and get that sun beam it in.
Are you asking me the same kind of questions?
Some of them, yeah.
Don't ask me about archery because I've never done it.
Oh, that's fine. No, I mean, I won't be asking the same like that.
Okay.
All right. You just take another little step that way. Yeah, that's good. Oh, not that many. Just go back a little bit. Good, right there. Great. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Do you think that there's all kinds of stuff to do here?
Yeah, there's lots of stuff to do here. Like a whole bunch of crap.
Can you wait until I'm on camera and then I'll ask you to say that, you know, that there's all kinds of things to do here and then just kind of like
Name
start telling me
some.
some of them.
I hate this.
You hate
Was she on camera?
Yeah.
That
That's right.
stinks.
That's right. Yeah, I can just ask you to say, do the same thing again.
Smile, Jess. By the way.
Look at that. Miss Sunshine's providing the sunshine.
All right, if I can ask you this. Actually, can you bring that down just a little bit now? Because now it's almost in the shot. Oh, not that far. It's right where it was before.
Like that? Or
Great.
Good.
I think.
shall we run?
What?
All right, good. I think we're set, Jess.
Thank you.
She is. Yeah, I'll hold this part. Yeah, I bet.
I don't smile.
Is there any way you can do it without squinting, or like, can you pretend like the sun's not in your eyes?
Or laugh.
No.
Yeah, that's different side.
Yeah, I think
That
this
doesn't
isn't gonna work.
Not working.
Yeah.
It was a good thought, bad
Right.
idea. A lot of
We
good thoughts
tried,
are not.
don't it?
Yeah. A lot of good thoughts are not necessarily.
If I
good.
turn around, it would be better.
Allez Nico!
Jess, watch out.
Yeah, there's something in here.
No.
Tu reprends la route en béton, tu remontes, tu peux reprendre notre chemin, tu redescends. Et puis au classement général, on sera premier. Parce que...
Je suis la carte de base, c'est trop, je suis prête
Ah ouais?
Nul en nageur, je suis nul en coureur, je suis campeur.
You are winning.
Ah, il y a eu qui grandissent là.
You are winning.
Yes, Matt.
All right, so tell me what's going on here today.
It's this.
And just look at me, don't look at the camera. Pretend it's not there.
Today there's the triathlon. Campers versus counselors.
Camper team versus counselors for team.
Okay, you guys gotta be really loud or else it's not gonna hear you. The campers are winning? Cool.
Il y a encore le 99 dans le dos?
We're cheering for them.
Moi, je dis deuxième, c'est...
Now I can't get you all, so...
Et là, il filme pas, là. Il n'y a pas le point rouge allumé.
Peut-être troisième là.
Ok, un truc de...
Troisième peut-être.
Attends, il en a
Trying to get some other
pas
shots. All right. You got, okay, great. You guys slide back down, and maybe what I'll do is I'll have one of you talk at a time, and I'll mic you. Would you two mind sticking around and so I can talk to you guys? And now let me just go get a mic. And I'll mic you.
Erwin!
Although he is a runner.
What? Where is that?
He's a runner. It's 2 miles. 2 mile run. Speed does not matter. It matters to you. Stay consistent.
Come on, Jay! Come on, Jay! Do I have to run?
Bon, déjà, on est deuxième.
Deuxième, je pense que c'est sûr. On a 5 minutes d'avance sur lui.
On sera deuxième.
Non, d'accord,
C'est pas question d'excellence, c'est question de...
Moi, je dis qu'on sera deuxième. T'imagines, il se croit sur lui.
Alright, so tell me who you are and where you're from.
We are from France, and we're going to this camp for
Un gars, il va jamais pouvoir tenir tout le long comme ça. Il est costaud.
Next team.
She dug it.
What else? Well, there's one more question here, and then I'll let you guys go. What else do you guys want to talk about? What else? Like, what's your favorite thing and stuff? Do you guys? Are either of you like? Have you done anything with like the plays or the theater or anything?
Yeah, I didn't, but though.
Or like maybe some of the, some of the dance or anything like that, like the.
No, not really. We just do activities. No plays, no shows, but
No.
it's
You
not
guys
fun.
do. What are the other kind of more unusual things? Actually, I'll let me ask. I'll have it quiet in a second.
Ouais.
Okay.
Non, moi, à 3h30, je dois être au sac.
I'm putting a sign up. You have to step over it.
So are you guys going to be involved in the game?
Which,
The soccer game?
Yes, I
Yeah.
play.
Who do you plan on winning?
we're playing counselors.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
camper counselor.
The first time we lose 7-2.
So this is a rematch.
But
7-2. But no, it's a lot of fun. Like, we don't care about losing. It's just
it's just fun, eh?
there are a lot of girls playing.
So who's going to win this time, though?
I hope we are. Oh my
yeah.
god. We changed some players.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead, come on at me. Up. Try again. Oh. That's good right there, it's fine. Great. Nice.
You got a kid who's gonna... Oh. how's it been going with your filming? Have you been able to get what you needed?
How you doing, Jeff?
Whenever you're ready. Yeah. Nice. Oh, shoot. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready. Yeah, and just as long as everybody knows how much fun it is, that's the cool thing. All right, so what's your name? Where are you from again?
My name's Rich Georgia. I'm from Rehoboth, Massachusetts.
I just saw you go down the zip cord and stuff. Is it pretty scary up there?
Yeah. Well, at first, when you first do it, it's pretty scary. And I don't know. Then it just once you jump, it's fun. It's a lot of good times.
Right. I also saw you water skiing and stuff. Tell me, like, what's your favorite thing to do at OMNI Camp?
Probably be wakeboarding. Yeah, I like jump in the wake, try and like attempt crazy tricks like flips and stuff.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun. They try to help you out, tell you how to do things.
Do you ever dump or anything like that?
Yeah. Yesterday I tried a real big flip. It was I actually landed like half on the board, but I just couldn't stay up. It was pretty cool.
Do you think that OMNI Camp has like all kinds of stuff? Can you just say like they have all kinds of whatever you think, you fill in the blank?
Yeah.
OMNI Camp has.
OMNI Camp has all different kinds of activities. It's got just about everything, something for everyone, basically.
Have you made any good friends here?
Yeah, like, a lot of people come from Massachusetts, so, and I'm from Mass, and so, like, when I go back home, there's already a party planned, so once I get back, we're all going to party and have a good time. We usually get together a whole bunch of times during the year.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
So it doesn't just, you know, keep...
Yeah, the friendships last. They go on. Yeah, I still hang with a lot of the people that I met from last year and this year. It's fun.
Over the year, then, what about the kids that don't come from Mass and stuff? Do you keep in contact with anybody, or?
Yeah, there's some people from Maine that like, come down to Boston and hang out, and some Connecticut people, and for like reunions and stuff, we go to New York, and everybody in the general area. I mean, it's hard to go to like Florida and visit people, but we even have some people that come up from Florida and visit us because there's a lot of people from Mass. Yeah.
All right, let's see. If you were gonna like invite somebody, maybe a friend of yours from school or from your town or whatever, to come to OMNI Camp, what would you tell them to get them to come to OMNI Camp? Make sure you say it with a smile.
Just basically say it's a lot of fun.
Is it really fun?
Yeah, it's really fun. I don't know. I tell them that it's a good time. I don't know. I don't really know what I'd say. I'd say like, probably say, yeah, you should come because we'd have a lot of fun and do a lot of crazy things. Things you wouldn't be able to do anywhere else.
All right, so what I'm going to ask you to do is to not worry about the bugs if you can, so they're right in front of your face, and not look at the camera. Just like stay where you are, or just look at me. Don't get too nervous. Like, can you smile?
Yeah.
Yeah, you, smile. You can move your arms. It's okay. Whatever you want to do. You know, it's cool. Just be relaxed. So you play soccer?
Yeah.
You can get the bugs actually if they're bothering you.
I play soccer.
You play soccer? Do you like soccer?
Yeah.
Looks like the staff just won. Are they winning right now?
Yeah, they're winning 4-1.
Oh, no. That's not good. What's your favorite thing to do here at OMNI Camp?
I like the waterfront.
The what?
The waterfront, water skiing.
Do you,
Les mieux qui jouent mieux. Les mieux qui jouent mieux. Voilà. C'est 3-1 et c'est
and then you want to go ahead and talk about whatever you're talking about. Just have fun, you know, relax, chill out.
I like to water ski at camp. I got a lot of friends. I like to play tennis and stuff.
It's good to smile. It's okay. We want.
And everybody's real nice here. You met people from like France, Germany, Russia. It's real cool. This is my 3rd year, and I'm looking forward to coming back next year.
You're almost at the end of your time here, right?
Yeah,
What's the best thing you've done this summer?
I like pottery and stained glass and meeting new people.
Tell me about how you make like a pottery sculpture.
Well, first we start off with the teacher tells us the background about how the cavemen like used to take pots and try to get berries, and then they make the big pots, and then they go on, and then eventually we get to go on the wheel and make pots and stuff.
You look like you want to talk with your hands, and you can. That's okay. What do you do with stained glass?
Stained glass, we just like fire things and make like anything we want really. And teachers are real nice here.
What's firing things?
Well, in the pottery we fire stuff, like we put it in the kiln and then it comes out. And then in stained glass we use this wire and this, whatchamacallit? I don't know what to call it. And you burn it and then you spread it around and try to loosen up the cracks.
If you were trying to convince one of your friends here to come to camp, what would you say to them? Say, I would say to them...
Say to them, the camp's really cool. You meet people from different places, learn like different languages, and you get to meet really cool people, and camp's really fun.
And if you're going to fill in a statement, actually, could you say this statement? OMNI Camp has all kinds of, and then can you say?
OMNI Camp has all kinds of activities, like water skiing, Omni Camp has all the kinds of activities like water skiing, canoeing, hiking.
Okay, so those are all sports, right? Could you say
Yeah.
like Omni Camp has all kinds of sports?
Yeah, Omni Camp has a lot of sports like soccer. We have a soccer team, tennis team, basketball team. It's really cool.
Great.
They're gonna talk into my chest. Yes, it's very lovely here. I like coming to this camp.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
We're recording.
Oh, okay. So that means no.
So guys, what you do today?
Yeah, so tell me about the homeboys you got there beside you.
I think they're kind of whack, but these are just two of the lovely campers that we have here, and they're gung ho for all kinds of. What are you doing?
He just hangs around everybody.
Scott and I. You know what? Actually, I really don't know your name. Alex. Yeah, well, that's right.
You talk about
What am I going to be talking about exactly?
Man, the food here is great. Mine just got thrown up.
Tell me about the food.
There's a plethora of opportunities to choose from at Omni Camp for food. Now the food's all right, you know. It's edible. You know, it's not, you know, 4-star or anything. Yeah, repetitive. You know, we like to use the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. You know. No, it's pretty good. We have pizza. We had pizza today. That was pretty good. So they only let us have one piece, which wasn't fair. So. Okay.
Okay. So tell me about all your friends here.
Oh, I have so many. No, they're really cool. I met a lot this year, a lot of people from all over the place. And it was really exciting to learn about a lot of people. And I don't know, to share like what you guys, you know, what you bring from your place, and just you get along, and you can, despite the differences between everyone, we all seem to get along perfectly fine. It's like the real world. Yeah.
What are some of your favorite things?
Soccer, of course, and I love Shakespeare. I have this best teacher named Hannah Vernon, and no, she's awesome. Personally, I'm into the sports and stuff, and I've done acting for about 11 years, so I'm kind of partial to that.
So are you in the play tonight?
No, actually, I'm not. They selected about 7 of us to do a special Shakespeare thing and a cabaret to perform at dinner, so I was one of the 7.
Nice. So do you get into like as much of the theater as you can here?
Yeah, this will be I guess it's the 4th time I've done theater at Omni, so.
Tell me about how you do, like, because usually when you go to camp, it's like either all sports or all theater, right, or whatever. So when you go to camp, you do whatever. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I've been here for a little while, so I've been here for 8 weeks, and I've gotten everything done. I've done arts and crafts, and there's about 3 periods a day, so you can mix. You don't have to stay with one thing. I just kind of did it. Yeah, I don't like sticking to one thing. Be labeled, you know.
Tell me that again.
Okay. I try to do everything. Omni Camp lets you do everything. There's opportunity all over, and you have no choice. You have to do everything. And it's there, so might as well take the opportunity.
dun, dun, dun.
All right, so let's start with that question. Well, first, what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Sam Adams. I'm from Andover, Mass. And came to OMNI about 2 years ago. Guess I was the first one to sign up. Had so much fun last year. Had to come back this year.
Great. What does having fun at OMNI mean to you?
Having fun at OMNI really is getting to choose the activities that you want to do, that nobody's making you do, that you get to do with your friends. You and your friends can do the same thing. If you both want to do pottery, you can both do pottery. If one of you wants to do pottery and the other one wants to go mountain biking, you can do whatever you want. It's really great because you get to choose whatever you want to do.
Other than the activities, what are some of the fun things that you like about it?
I like free time a lot because, again, you get to do whatever you want.
Can you tell me what some of those specifically things are like at OMNI you get to do?
I like sitting on the swing sometimes and just reading. Sometimes I like to go down to the waterfront, just splash around with some friends, have noodle fights. It's fun a lot to see some of the horseback riding kids come down the hill on the new horses. I like just hanging out with my friends, watching some basketball, getting drinks of water, having a little snack, stuff like that.
Hey, can you tell me a little bit about the dining hall and how that all works?
The dining hall is nice because breakfast, you go in, you get a buffet, so you can have whatever you want again. Then at lunch, you go outside so that you're not cooped up in the dining hall three meals of the day. And then at dinner, it's just like at home. You just sit down, ask somebody to pass you whatever kind of food you want, and just chow down.
Do you like chowing down?
Oh yeah, I like chowing down.
Can you say that one more time?
Oh yeah, I like chowing down.
Okay. If you wanted to finish the statement, OMNI is all kinds of, how do you finish it?
I'd finish that sentence with, OMNI has all kinds of cultures that you can learn about. A couple nights ago we had International Night, which was really great because we got to take an imaginary trip around the world and learn about the different countries and cultures. We had songs, skits, even games from other countries that made other people look silly. It was fun.
Say the funniest thing.
I'm not sure I want to say that on tape. All right. One of the funniest things at camp was at a campfire, one of the counselors sang a song about being a frog and eating flies. And I thought it was a really cute song and it was really funny. And then at another campfire, we got to do a song that I like called Waltzing with Bears. And I just like those little songs that are some of them are in the OMNI songbook. I think that's just fun to sing the songs and do the dances. I also like clapping along when other people sing. So yeah, some of the funniest things I've done, sing along and embarrass myself in front of the whole camp.
Before you were on camp, we were talking about being young and stuff at OMNI camp. Can you tell me a little bit about how you felt and when you first was thinking about coming to OMNI camp and then after you?
Before I came to OMNI, we were looking over a bunch of different camps, and OMNI really seemed to be the best bet because it had so much more to offer than all the other camps. Yeah, the other camps had maybe one or two things that OMNI didn't, but OMNI had whatever they had and more. So I was really nervous before I came to OMNI, and I thought I was going to be the only 10-year-old that was going to be here. And it turns out there was 2 cabins full of them. And we became friends in 2 days. And we had some of the greatest times at camp I've ever had. It was one of the best summers of my life, just meeting my friends. It was great. And a bunch of them are here this year. So it's just seeing old faces and new faces, just all over again. The funniest thing was yesterday the Sea Dogs bus got pulled over for speeding.
Are you serious? Is that the funniest thing?
And no, and then on the way back, we were on the Sea Dogs bus, we were watching a movie, and they were talking to a cop, and he says, yeah, I just pulled over a tour bus earlier this afternoon, and I said, that's the guy that pulled over the Sea Dogs bus. funniest thing because it was so coordinated and just nobody could have predicted that that would have ever happened. It was so funny.
Great. Well, well,
Okay.
look at me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when I was a kid.
No, wait. You're supposed to introduce yourself.
Okay.
You have to start with who you
start
are.
With
Or we can do that. At
Yeah,
the
I
end.
Yeah,
know,
we can.
but pick out there.
Okay.
Start there.
Hi.
Gar.
Hi, I'm Betsy Roper. I'm co-director of OMNI Camp.
And I'm Gar Roper, Betsy's husband, and co-director of the camp. And I thought that if he... I'm sorry. Okay. Start
You
again?
can just start, yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can just pick it up from there.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
But just pretend
Yeah.
it's not there. Just
All right,
continue.
just really
Do
look
that
at
again.
the-
I didn't like the way you said
Okay.
who you were.
Right.
Let's start all over.
Okay. Why didn't you like how I said who I
Betsy's
was?
husband, do you not want to say that?
No, I didn't mind that.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, I'm Betsy Roper. I'm co-director of OMNI Camp.
And I'm Gar Roper, also co-director of OMNI Camp and Betsy's husband. And we thought it'd be fun to tell you a little bit about how we got into camping and think back to when we were kids. As a matter of fact, when I was a kid, I hated camp. And
I loved it, though.
Betsy liked
I
camp.
loved camp because I think it was a time when adults, well, we thought they were adults, but counselors who were maybe 20 years old would help us relate to them. They would play with us. They would be kids for us, but they were kids that we looked up to as role models. They would make fools of themselves. We could laugh at them. We could play tricks on them, and they wouldn't mind. They would be on stage getting covered with water and shaving cream. And those were the fun things that I remembered as a kid.
But what bothered
Good,
me
yeah.
about camp as a kid was I was confused. I didn't know what was supposed to happen, and I got mixed up. I didn't know what classes I was supposed to sign up for or when we were going to the beach. So when Betsy and I got working together at camp, we began to discover the ways to solve those problems, to get rid of the confusion for kids, and to still keep all the wacky fun in it that kids could really enjoy, the types of things, the skits and the fun. Oh, okay. Yeah, so let's see. Betsy's talking about how much she liked it. When I was a kid, I didn't like it because I was confused. I didn't know what classes to sign up for, and the kinds of fun things that she's talking about went over my head. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So when we got working together in camp, we discovered that it was possible to get rid of that confusion. And that's,
But then I got into feeling that, gosh, going to camp as a kid was one of the most valuable times of my life because in doing all of the things I did, the theater or the sports or the swimming, whatever I chose to do, I was a beginner at it when I was there as a camper. But I became accomplished and I felt confident that I could perhaps teach somebody how to do that skill. Just generally, the self-confidence level, and it was a real place to try things. It was like a place to try out life, really.
That's what's become important to us in having OMNI Camp be a place where there's so many things you can do. You can try new things, you can do things you know how to do. You can have a lot of fun at all kinds of activities. And this is great for younger kids and older kids. And that's what is important to us.
And not only that, trying new skills and learning things, but I think layered on top of that is the experience you have meeting friends.
Yeah, the friends are really the important thing. In fact, kids, when they come back year after year, that's what they tell us is the main thing that brings them back.
Yeah, it's the people
It's the
and it's
friends.
the different cultures. We managed to put together cultures from all over the world, and we have different languages being spoken. Kids can learn English, but you always hear a little bit of their language going on too, and it's fun for them to share that. And it's just wonderful, the interaction that gets going, and kids who are feeling uncomfortable in the beginning because they're new or they're in a foreign country, boy, by the time they're at camp for a couple of weeks, they're right in there with everyone else,
And
having a blast.
It's so much fun to see them laughing and horsing around and having fun, whether they're falling in a dunk tank at Carnival or if they're water skiing and getting up for the first time and they're just hooping and hollering because that's worked out well. All of those, the laughter of the kids is part of what just keeps me going.
The kids also have a lot of time to be with themselves and having some free time. We call it line time. They're hanging out, they're socializing, and they're relating to each other without the feeling that adults are lurking around them. We're there, and they're being supervised, but they're feeling on their own, and they feel a sense of freedom, even though it's a safe kind of freedom. It's supervised freedom, I guess you'd call it.
You know, I think that the balance of having some of our more mature staff who have excellent skills and can really teach kids with some of the younger staff who have the enthusiasm and they're willing to get in there and goof around with the kids, you know, gives that combination of fun and safety that really makes for a nice summer.
I was just doing an interview with one of the older guys, and it's his last year, but he hopes to come back as a teacher.
CIT.
CIT. Mm-hmm. What is it that is so great that even when they can't come back anymore, they still want to come back?
Well, there's an ambiance or a kind of mystique that a camp offers kids. Probably any camp will do this, but we feel like we do a great job of creating a spirit that the kids take with them. And they want to repeat that each summer. And in a way, it's keeping a child in you, and I think that's what makes a good camp counselor in the future. There's a certain child that emerges when they go to work at a camp, and they recognize how it is to be a child. They'll relate to a kid. Yeah.
Another way to say that is kids love camp. I mean, they go through a lot of their life, they enjoy it, but it's every day. Camp is special, and the kind of enthusiasm and the love that they have for that, and the wacky times and the close friendships, something they want to hang on to, and they stay in touch.
Oh, they
friends.
sure do.
Yeah.
Email all over the world, telephone calls, reunions. We even had a reunion on the Riviera that somebody did.
A bunch of kids got together.
That was amazing. I wish I had gone, but.
That's for sure. Yeah, and I think that they see the chance to come back as counselors and give to other kids the kind of fun and the activity that they had out of it, and to keep skills.
Simultaneous. There's so much.
Try that again.
Okay. One thing that's so incredible about camp and about OMNI Camp is just blew it. One thing that's so incredible about OMNI Camp, I think, is the simultaneous activity that is going on. When I walk around with visitors, I can point to kids getting ready to go on a canoe trip or a hiking trip. I can see kids developing prints. I can see kids making baskets. I can see kids water skiing. I can look up in the sky and see kids flying in airplanes. And it's just, I feel very proud, and I just feel amazed. Sometimes I'm amazed at all of the things that the kids do here.
So do you want to go and talk about the question I just asked about the kids, they come one way and leave another way?
Okay. When the kids come to camp, sometimes they have no idea what they're going to encounter at camp and what they're going to learn. I think sometimes the best test of that is to hear the parents say that once their child arrives home, they notice a growth, they notice increased sensitivity, and sometimes a better attitude, just a more open, kind of reflective personality. It's really amazing how much the parents see change in their kids, real positive change.
I think kids often think they'll come to camp and do the same things that they usually do at home. If they play a lot of soccer, they say, oh, I want to go to camp and play soccer. But when they get here and they see kids climbing rocks or going on a ropes course, something like that, suddenly that looks like a lot of fun, and they think they'll give that a shot. And from trying those different activities, they gain confidence, and they also get, kind of the rush, the thrill of something that's really new and different. Makes camp a lot fun.
This is why we have the kids sign up for activities largely when they're here. Some special things like horseback riding or some of the trips, they'll sign up for ahead of time. But the daily activities are things that they'll see and say, wow, that's cool, I want to do that. So.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point of the awareness workshops too, to introduce the kids to some things that they might not know that they would find fun or wouldn't necessarily realize they have an interest in. Whether it's outdoor activities, environmental things, creative activities, they may get in.
I just wanted some quiet noise to room tone, as it were.
Room tone is trucks on the highway.
That's right. Just right there, it'll help us put in some stuff in. Great. So, tell me about your experience as a camper.
I started going to camp when I was 8 years old, and I guess it was a joint decision between myself and my parents, but they chose the camp and sent me away for 2 weeks. And I think I was a little bit surprised at what it was all about. I think I was scared at first, but boy, within a few days I was right in there and enjoying everything, and never realizing at that time that this was going to be part of the rest of my life, because I enjoyed it so much. And I think I met friends that I still am in touch with way back then. And I also gained a certain amount of self-expression and confidence that took me right through my life. Anything that I learned that I felt I was strong at, whether it be storytelling or singing or playing the guitar, I learned that at camp. And these are the skills that I took with me and decided, well, wow, I had such a good time with those skills and with camp. I'm going to teach this to kids at camp. I want to provide these opportunities, these programs for kids. And I watch this happening now all over again. I see parents sending their kids to camp. I help train the counselors so that they are providing these kinds of activities to kids. I just love to watch it happen. Sometimes I can stand back from a distance now and observe it, but sometimes I like to get okay. Well, starting as a kid, camp, no, I don't like that. I started going to camp as an 8-year-old.
Well, you can pick it up after.
Okay, right.
Just like where you started to...
Sure. Okay. After going to camp for many years, I said I'd like to work at a camp. So I was a counselor, and then I was a program head, and I was a program director, and I just was having a blast watching kids do all the things that I enjoyed. And eventually, I found myself in the situation of owning a camp, which I never could have predicted, really, way back then. But here I am, and now I'm training staff to provide the kinds of activities that I loved. I just get such a kick out of watching the kids grow from being totally unfamiliar with camp and what it's all about to being so comfortable and being so enlightened by all the things that they do, and watching them make friends. And it's a whole big...
You just got a pine cone drop in your hand. It's just in the back. There you go. Yep, gone.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
So I just had such a good time watching my counselors providing these activities to kids, and watching them grow, and watching them turn from shy and perhaps uncomfortable in a new setting where they didn't know anybody, to all of a sudden walking around with flocks of friends that I know that they're going to stay there. Walking around with flocks of friends that I know they're going to stay in touch with for many, many years, maybe lifelong. It's just incredible, the wide circle of friends that camp provides. And the skills and the self-esteem and the whole thing. It's really a wonderful training ground to do what you think you want to do. Camp is a place where you can try something without the worry of competition, without worrying about somebody not approving. It's a training ground, or it's a place to practice who you are.
Talk more about, like, when Mark and I were here, you really said some great things about, you don't necessarily need to say other camps, it's all, win, win, win. But tell me a little bit of your philosophy about providing those opportunities for campers when they come that isn't pressurized.
Yeah. I think it's great to have a sense of a little bit of competition, perhaps, but certainly not pitting kids against each other where it's an ongoing competition. We like to give the kids a sense of feeling strong and feeling a great sense of camp spirit, where they can love your OMNI camp or love your friend, or play a game with them or against them, but it's all fun, and kids are supporting each other even though they may be competing a little bit. We support each other in all of the theater that we do. The audiences at camp are so supportive of anybody up on stage, whether they're an expert singer or a musician, or whether they're just trying something new or reading a poem that they wrote. The kids love to share, and the campers are very receptive. It's just wonderful to listen to and watch.
Great. And then, that covers a lot.
There are lots of reasons why kids or parents choose camps for their kids. Sometimes if a kid, for example, is really wonderful in theater, they'll choose a camp to send their child to where they can pursue more theater. Or sometimes, if a child is involved in an activity such as swimming or sports or whatever during the year, sometimes they'll choose camp to give a child a little rest, a little vacation from the routine or the ongoing pressure of pursuing that activity during the year. This is why camp has many meanings for different kids. Some places, or sometimes it's a place to pursue one very special activity and really excel at theater or at rock climbing or hiking. Or sometimes kids like to try a variety of activities and really experiment with lots of different things that they're unfamiliar with or new at, without worrying that, oh, I'm not an expert at this activity, but I'm going to try it because I know that it's okay. Nobody's going to evaluate me. Nobody's going to say, oh, you're no good at that. You know, why don't you try something you're good at? Well, that's why you have camp. Camp is a place to do new things, as well as things that you know how to do already. Well, some kids...
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Some kids choose camp to be very specific about what they want to do. They want to excel at theater or rock climbing. But some kids like to choose lots of different activities, and at OMNI, some kids choose camp to really excel at an activity or skill, like theater or rock climbing or horseback riding. But other kids will come to camp because they want to try a little of everything. And OMNI has so much. It has all kinds of activities for them to try so that they can get a taste of many different activities. They can do a little bit of sports, or they can make a basket, or they can read poetry, they can write poetry, they can do graphic design, or they can do African cooking. There's so much variety. They just, just get the African cooking.
Need to clear my throat so that I'm not squawking quite so much. All right?
All right. So
rolling?
Why don't you start with your comment about what you didn't like about camp and how you changed things here to help them.
Yeah. Well, with so many activities, as Betsy was mentioning, sometimes parents will ask me if kids get totally confused with that number of choices and so many things going on, but reacting to my own sense